Shout out to the movie V for Vendetta. Very good movie. In addition, I'm not saying let's do what he did in V for Vendetta. You take that how you will. In addition, he owns Comcast. He, meaning Keith Rupert Murdoch, owns Comcast, one of America's largest cable providers, which are running the subsidiary NBC network. Disney owns ABC and ESPN, CNN, TNT, and he said, I put that on Allah, somebody better be recorded. In addition, he owns Comcast, one of America's largest cable providers, which are running the subsidiary NBC network. Disney owns ABC and ESPN, CNN, TNT, and Time Magazine are owned by Time Warner. Of course, CBS Corporation owns CBS News, along with Viacom, who owns Comedy Central. Interesting. Among many other channels, including BET, which begs the question, how is black entertainment television really geared towards the benefit of black people when it is not owned by black people? The major purpose behind all of these media outlets being controlled the way that they are is for profit, ultimately for profit. It is not for the benefit of the masses. It is not to educate the masses. It is not to push the true information to inform the people of what is going on so that they may be prepared for things that they may be aware of. What is to take place? What is to take place so that they can be ready and so that they can live their lives better? It is to completely manipulate the way people move. The beauty of all of this is that social media has given an avenue by which we do not have to rely on listening to loud mouthpieces for corporations or what we call news anchors and broadcasters for us to have a source of information. We can obtain the information and gain the truth for ourselves. Now. For those of you who thought this was a lightweight book, some of the information that I just gave you about who owns the 6 major corporations, media outlets, is stuff that most people have been reading. Is Message to the Millennials. Chapter 7. Link in bio to get this book. Click the link in the bio or go to RizzaIslam.com. We are reading chapter 7, titled Tell Lie Vision, Control over the Masses. This is my first and only book that I put together specifically because I saw what they were doing with the information and trying to cut it off, trying to censor it, trying to destroy the First Amendment, which they pretty much did that already, which is the freedom of religion, speech, press, petition, and or assembly. The freedom of the press. Freedom of the press. Getting out information. And they're coming after information dealing with vaccines, information dealing with, of course, religion. They've been all that. Religion, God, all that. They mix that up. Information dealing with government, information dealing with medicine, information dealing with general education and history and money and real estate and credit and the debt of the country. You can name all these different topics, but in this book, there are a multitude of things that we cover. Solutions all through it. I'm not pushing my religion. I'm just living it. But you don't get religion pushed on you with this book. Simply, me living it. But I definitely go over depopulation. I definitely go over social media and break that down from beginning to end with some of the original social media platforms with things like 6 Degrees and, of course, MySpace and all that long before. So make sure you get this. And we're almost done. I'm just going to read one more page here. That is precisely what we should do. Just know and understand, meaning we should get independent news from independent news sources. That's what we should do. That is precisely what we should do. Just know and understand that the purpose for television and movies, for that matter, originally were not simply for entertainment, all the way up to today. It is not, I repeat, it is not simply for entertainment. It is a fixation of emotional sequences, not logical, factual sequences. I'm going to say that one more time. It is a fixation of emotional sequences, not logical, factual sequences. You understand? They are pushing points across any motive sequences and emotional waves into the mind. Okay, I'm getting a little deep here so you can understand how this works when it comes to the mind being manipulated. Emotional content is very important. Rather than going through a discussion to gain logic and facts, in order for them to manipulate you, they have to access your emotion, and you have to allow them and give them access into your emotions. Hence why, just so you know, Facebook being virtually, owned and controlled by the CIA, the first question they give you is a highly psychological question that lowers your wall of protection, of mental protection. The question they ask you on Facebook is, what's on your mind? That is a very sneaky psychological question. Very sneaky psychological question. So understand that you're dealing with psychological warfare, and I covered that in, I believe, chapter 9, which is mental health versus mental illness. Fact versus fiction. You're dealing with psychological warfare here. Okay, next thing here. They are pushing points across any motive or any mode of sequences and emotional waves into the mind. Emotional content is very important rather than going through a discussion to gain logic and facts. But when you are watching a movie, you are as simply being downloaded into without having any type of consent, as you would if you were in a debate or a discussion with someone. When you're watching something, your mental guard has been brought down. The censor part of your brain is not in action. It isn't saying, yes, I agree with this, I disagree with that. Not directly. You're actually in an alpha state, being completely downloaded into with new ideas and socially engineered to carry out preset commands below your awareness. Now, for example, I was in a movie theater. And the movie Django came out. Y'all remember Django? A lot of black folks' favorite movie, Django. We understand, obvious reasons. We got pain. We don't like white folks' racism and the system of white supremacy, and how they've done what they've done to us is horrible, and no one should have to go through such a horrific treatment. So to watch a movie Django, to see white people getting beat up and shot, brings a level of satisfaction to black folks. And white folks, you understand that because you know damn well if it was y'all, you would feel satisfied. So don't get mad at the relief we feel or the joy we get. I'm not saying let's kill white folks and shoot white folks. I'm saying it is an image that feels good because of how much pain we went through. So that's why the movie was so successful with black people. We're just explaining the mental framework and the mentality here. All right, just explaining. Just the facts. Don't get mad. Oh, Rizza telling people to shoot white folk. Knock it off. Just knock it off. It's just the truth, okay? And white folks who are watching understand. Chill out. But the movie Django. I'm watching the movie Django. And I'm at the theater with some of my friends, right? And the movie ends. Black folks clapping. We just ghetto as hell. We clap, yeah, clapping, yeah. Just crazy, I know. We stand up. We go down to the aisle, where the stairs are. In front of the aisle that we were in front of us, there was a white couple. So we're all walking out. Now we're on the stairway and we're all walking down. Kid you not. White woman has her purse on. Her man, her husband, her boyfriend, whatever, standing right next to her. She looks behind her where we are. It's like 4 brothers, 4 black men. She looks behind at us and she pulls her purse closer to her. As if we want this stanky little purse. He wasn't even looking at you. It was too dark and he didn't notice what you got on your shoulder anyway. We're not looking at you. But because of what the movie did. What the movie did was it brought a level of fear automatically. It downloaded into her brain and into her mind, her brain computer. Black people who see this movie are going to want to seek retribution and seek vengeance against white people. And I'm white, and the white woman in that movie was evil, and so they're going to want to hurt me. So any black man that I see, I have to be afraid for my life for, because they saw this movie and they're going to want to hurt me because I'm white, and the person in that movie was white, and the black man in that movie was able to shoot back and hurt white people. And these are black men. And that was a black man. I'm just telling you, the mind is composed of pictures. It is composed of pictures. And so the images that she saw on that screen, she did not want those images to come to fruition or to become activated in real life. She didn't want that. So therefore, it was downloaded into her mind, these images, and therefore it controlled her. And it controlled a lot of black folks, because a lot of black folks was turning up on white folks after that movie, if you remember, when Django came out. Shout out to Quentin Tarantino, the white man who helped to direct the movie. Interesting. Okay, so want to finish this page here. So, emotional content. Y'all